Kira, are you alright?
Honestly, I'm not great.
I see. Then it is fortunate I came along.
I think so too. This feeling gets worse the closer we get to Ermm.
I can't believe I brought you along because of a bad feeling.
Yeah, well, it's probably not the best idea to just ignore it either. When you came back from Ermm, Scourge and I both got this weird feeling, like we just uncovered a memory. It's unclear, but familiar. Like a dream.
I tried to help Kira and Scourge clarify the details of what they sensed, to bring their feelings into focus. But my guidance could only do so much. We all agreed that further exploration was necessary. Scourge traveled to a place I'm unfamiliar with. There are ruins there that he suspects may have a connection to Darth Null.
I wish the big guy was here. I can't remember the last time I did something like this without him.
It is for the best. Your paths will join again, though you must walk alone for now. My hope is that being in the presence of this fortress on Ermm will make sense of the strange feelings you are having.
And whatever these feelings are, if they have something to do with Darth Null, then maybe they could help you figure out what Malgus was trying to do.
Everything about Ermm is unpredictable. Will you two be alright?
What Kira is experiencing is unusual, but there's no cause for worry. Not yet, at least.
I'm worried about you too. And Ermm is a dangerous place. What if something happens?
We'll be fine. We've got you. Besides, we really shouldn't pass up a chance to figure out what's happening with us. Guess we're about to find out, one way or another. The recovery team Task Force Nova sent should have plenty to tell us.
Before we discuss anything else, it would be best if Kira and I familiarized ourselves with this place.
We'll meet you at the camp after we look around for a bit. I promise we won't break anything.
Talos?
Greetings, my lord. You must be eager to see how we are progressing. Oh, hello! Talos Strelic. I am honored to make the acquaintance of one so esteemed and to see that you've taken an interest in my work. This has certainly been one of the most intriguing expeditions I've ever participated in, even after all my time in the Reclamation Service. And working with Colonel Gola has been a truly enlightening experience. And working with a Jedi historian, I have learned many insights that are broadening my knowledge of Force-related antiquities.
It sounds like you've achieved much working with this team.
An apt observation.
What did you find in the ruins?
Oh, many remarkable things, but some not as unfamiliar as I expected. Believe it or not, this fortress may not have been as isolated as we first believed. Sifting through the wreckage, I've uncovered several artifacts that bear striking similarities to relics discovered on previous archaeological digs, on worlds far from this one. Once the relics here are thoroughly documented, I will conduct a full investigation into these connections. Perhaps you could provide a map that identifies other locations Malgus targeted. Oh, I shudder to think what other priceless sites he may have ransacked if you hadn't stopped him.
This sounds promising. I look forward to hearing more.
Malgus may be in prison, but we can't be complacent.
I completely agree.
Less prattle, more getting to the point.
Oh, yes, of course.
If that's all you have to report.
If you are so inclined, I would encourage you to examine some of the relics for yourself. You'll find them around the camp. Someone with your ability should have no trouble recognizing the mystifying sensations I've described. Do let me know if I can be of any further assistance.
A pleasure to see you again. It's been quite some time since the incident in the Dune Sea.
It's been a very long time. So long that I'm having trouble remembering your name.
Colonel Barden-Gola, Imperial Reclamation Service. Although I was still a captain when we met on Tatooine.
We've been incredibly fortunate to have Colonel Gola join us. His expertise has been nothing short of invaluable to this team.
Thank you, Lord Rivik. Such high praise. Especially considering the results of this mission.
What do you mean?
I've led many expeditions that were largely successful despite their dangers. But this one is unusual. Our time here has been relatively uneventful, yet we haven't learned much. Every fragment of every artifact found in these ruins has been examined twice over, but we still can't conclusively say why Darth Null built the machine inside this fortress.
There wasn't a whole lot to find that wasn't completely demolished.
The team here has carefully studied everything that survived Malgus's attack, but we haven't identified the purpose of the device inside the fortress ruins.
But with you here, perhaps we'll grow closer to solving this mystery.
Have you at least narrowed it down?
The machine was capable of several functions: data projection, long-range communication, power generation. But we still don't fully understand how Darth Null actually used the machine, or why. My hope is that you could provide some wisdom, give us a perspective we hadn't considered yet. Especially since you and Tau saw so much of this area before Malgus attacked.
Anything you and Lord Rivix could tell me about your time here would be helpful.
No, I don't believe it. This is...
Kira?
What's happening?
That feeling I couldn't explain. It all makes sense. This feeling I have, why it's so strong. I didn't think it would be this. This is from Darth Null's machine. The one Malgus blew up?
We think so, yeah.
It was.
Darth Null. She was one of us. A child of the Emperor.
Valkorion had other children?
Not that kind of children.
You were a child of the Emperor?
Don't get the wrong idea. I gave everything I had to break that connection. It almost killed me.
What is a child of the Emperor?
The children of the Emperor were a secret weapon.
Children of the Emperor? The ones possessed by the old Sith Emperor? Aren't they all gone?
It's complicated. The children have been around for centuries, like the servants, the ones we stopped from killing Master Satele. But unlike the servants, we weren't eager recruits. The big difference is the servants blindly follow the Emperor. That wasn't the case for the children. The Sith would take people and implant them with a small piece of the old Emperor's power. Then he could control them, the things he could make us do. And we didn't even know what was going on when he did it. Most of the children weren't even aware of what had been done to them. Not until it was too late.
But the Emperor is gone. If he had any control left over the remaining children, that connection has been severed.
This begs the question. Why would Malgus take such an interest in a pawn of the former Emperor? A centuries-old pawn at that. If only there was someone who could tell us more.
Your dramatics are getting tiresome, Rivix. If you know something, say it.
As you wish. According to the records we obtained, 2 dig teams were originally sent to Ermm, one from the Republic and one from the Empire. Every member of both teams has been accounted for except one. A young Jedi named Sahar Katin.
Who is that?
She was the Padawan of Master Ermm, the leader of the expedition team that Malgus attacked.
Sahar and Master Orr lived on our colony on Osis. They were good friends.
We've scoured every corner of these ruins. Everyone Master Orr brought to Ermm has been accounted for, except Sahar.
A missing Padawan who survived an encounter with Darth Malgus. The Republic will be furious when we get to her first.
Their anger will be immeasurable. But let's not revel in it too soon.
If she's not here, we should find out where she is. She needs protection.
I hope Sahar's okay. Wherever she is.
Hey, don't worry. We'll find her.
Sahar Katin must have witnessed what Malgus was doing here. If she's alive, she will tell us all she knows.
And you're gonna ask her nicely, right? No Sith interrogation techniques.
That is something to decide when we locate the Padawan. But finding leads will take time. Until then, I have a suggestion.
Our next priority will be identifying anything that could lead us to Sahar. In the meantime, you should go straight to the source for more information.
Speak to Malgus.
You think he'll say anything?
Not willingly, but the certainty he's placed in his own schemes can be used against him.
From what I understand, Malgus has unwavering confidence in his plans, despite his capture.
And if he thinks destiny is on his side, who knows what he'll say.
Let us hope he offers something useful. I fear that our work has only just begun.
If that fails, I'm sure that a little encouragement will compel him to reveal something useful. The path forward grows ever longer, it seems.
Rakan? It's me. It's Sahar. Wait. Rakan. Please. Stop. What is wrong with you? I risked everything to be here and you won't even listen to me. If I hadn't saved you, who knows what these slavers would have...
What in blazes are you talking about? I'm not a slave.
But I thought...
You left. You don't know anything. This should have been my fight. My chance at greatness. But you stole it from me. Again.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Rakan. For everything. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that, and I'm sorry for leaving you behind. I regret it. All the time. I would give anything to go back and do things differently. I know I can never completely make it up to you, but please, can I at least try? You're all I have left. Whatever you need, I can help you.
I don't need you. But I do know someone who can use you. Follow me. Keep up and keep quiet, or you're finished.
You're here. Good.
We tried warming him up, but it went about as well as you'd expect.
I tried a few techniques to prepare him for your conversation, but the results were unsurprising. He wasn't particularly forthcoming. Perhaps you'll have better luck?
There's no reason for us to fight anymore. It would be better for everyone, especially for you, if you told us what you were planning.
Let's talk about Ermm. What were you doing in Darth Nul's fortress? Are you really not going to say anything? Give us some privacy.
Are you certain?
I think this is the best way to get him to say something.
I have everything under control.
I said, leave us.
We'll leave you to it. Don't let your guard down.
All I want is to understand your intentions, what you were doing, and why.
Open your mouth and speak. Unless you want to see how far you'll fall. Why are you so interested in a child of the Emperor?
You are hopeless.
What did you say?
You're a fool. A witless, miserable wretch. And your desperate flailing against the inevitable is pathetic. You failed to see what was right before your eyes. Darth Null was no child of the Emperor. She was the first. The mother of them all. Darth Null created the children of the Emperor. She hunted the quarry. She broke them, indoctrinated them. His power, his will, but her methods, her inventions, until the Emperor no longer found her useful.
How fortunate that we destroyed all of her machines before locking you away for good.
Everything Null had on Ermm was destroyed. No one can use those machines anymore.
Do you think a Sith like Darth Null had no other designs? Do you think the secrets buried in that fortress will stay hidden forever? This is beyond your control. Everything my plan required to succeed has happened. My vision will come to pass. Nothing you do will stop this.
If that's what you need to tell yourself.
That's what you believed the last time you tried this. What happened then?
Get back. Now.
You failed, Malgus.
Remember who's in control. Step out of line again, and I will kill you.
Darth Null created the children of the Emperor? That's way worse.
This is what Sith do. Amass as much power as they can, however they can, for as long as they can.
That is often the case, but those that do usually meet violent ends, although I'm certain Malgus expects such a fate.
Malgus must have wanted to create something similar. An army of unwitting slaves.
What a horrible thing to do. Even for Malgus.
I mean, the bar is pretty low for him.
He rebelled against the Empire with willing soldiers, and he failed. This time, he wanted to completely control his followers.
Maybe. It's not like he'd be the first Sith to try something like that. Did Malgus say anything else?
He said that capturing him stopped nothing. That Null's secrets wouldn't stay hidden forever.
Sounds like he was bluffing. Scourge and I spent years hunting down the last of the old Emperor's followers, and even we didn't find anything about Null.
And since we became aware of her existence, no one in the Force Enclave has found anything.
Non-existent records, a ruined fortress. The Emperor obviously got rid of Null and destroyed all of the evidence for good measure.
Not everything, apparently.
What do you mean?
While you were having a chat with Malgus, Master Nostoral sent these audio files over. They're from a datapad his team found after you left Ermm.
Expedition report. Day 4. Jedi Master, Denon Orr, Ermm Recovery Team Leader. The more we examine the powerful device at the center of these ruins, the more concerned I become. There is a dark energy that radiates from it. One that I recognize all too well. I fear how being so close to it affects Sahar. But I must put my uneasiness aside for now. My focus must be finding and destroying the holocron Null left here. All of her designs, her plans, could be within. I will not stop until I erase every last dark stain left by the children of the Emperor. I must rectify all that we have done.
The children of the Emperor had a Jedi in their ranks.
He wasn't the only one.
That's not what I was expecting to hear.
Today is just full of terrible surprises. Master Orr mentioned a holocron. I didn't see one at the recovery team's camp.
Neither did I.
Didn't see anything about a holocron on the artifact list the recovery team sent over.
So we've got a missing Padawan and a missing holocron. Could be unrelated, but I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago.
We should focus on locating the holocron before someone else decides to use it. And there's no guarantee that it's in the possession of Master Orr's Padawan.
I don't like that she's out there, alone. Finding her should be our highest priority.
I like this plan.
We shouldn't commit to doing anything with the holocron until we've studied it ourselves. There may be something on it that benefits us.
There won't be.
Any major decisions can be made once we actually locate Saha Katin or the holocron.
Fair enough. This has all been a lot. I think I'll go meditate for a while.
While we're on the subject of locating Darth Nul's relics, I believe Arkan has an update on the investigation you tasked him with.
The search has been difficult. This world is even more unusual than Santa Ray could have prepared me for. But I found something. There are ruins here abandoned long ago. What is left of the walls are covered in strange markings that I do not recognize. I tried to go further inside, but an overwhelming force energy keeps me from entering. Whoever left this place did not want it disturbed. Without a closer look, it will be impossible to learn anything about what Darth Null left here. I'm sorry. I feel as though I failed you.
Your apologies aren't good enough.
If this lead has gone cold, how do we proceed?
We know more now than we did before you left. That's something.
We took a risk sending you on this mission, and now we have nothing to show for it.
I disagree. If Arkan requires assistance, I am ready to offer it. I will go to these ruins and search them myself.
Don't let this setback frustrate you. You're more than capable of solving this.
I would appreciate any support that can be spared, but the final decision is yours.
We're not wasting anyone else's time on this fool's errand. Finish what I sent you to do, or you're not welcome on Odessen.
Understood.
That was everything on the agenda.
I appreciate all of your hard work, but there's still so much left to do.
I know you all have tasks that your time would be better spent on, so get to them. Now.
Chate, you answered.
Shay, it's been a while since we spoke like this.
That it has.
I've tolerated your absence for too long. Come back now, or I put an end to this partnership.
That's what I'm calling about. This could all be over soon. Been a long hunt, but I found the vermin's nest. It's on an old dirtball of a planet called Runic. Looks like the traitor got a lot more spineless parasites to rally around her than I planned for. I know my limits. I can't take her down alone. Too many fools standing between her and me. But if you help me cut through the trash, I'll make her face me. We can end this once and for all. It's time for Hedda Cole to pay.